our inevitable quarantine chronicles. We couldn't escape it any longer. This is our third or fourth try because Matthew doesn't charge batteries or gets phone calls in the middle of it. So none of the bloopers are us. It's the cameraman completely.
All right.
Down or up?
Yeah, we got him on film. That's all the people care about.
I'm lost.
First question: what has life been like in quarantine?
Miserable. Lockdown. Not allowed to do anything.
Except when we
Except
do.
we've done everything we've always done. I go to work. Beth goes to work. Been no social distancing with at least my job, and still have to go to the church and do all that stuff, whether we have services on Sunday or not. And so yeah, honestly, not a lot different for us. Not visiting with people, but I am. I mean, I get together with guys from work. We figure if we work together, we can socialize together. But
Not shopping. That
when I never shopped before, but she hasn't been able to go out shopping.
All right. Next question: what do you miss the most?
going out to eat.
What do I miss the most?
Going out to
Yeah,
eat.
probably going out to eat. Like I said, we haven't really had to alter our life a lot. Neither of us work from home. Yeah, going out to eat, I guess. Oh wait,
Shopping.
seeing the church family. That one better. Yeah, we gotta make sure we say that.
Seen them though.
We have seen a lot of them. So
All right. Next question: what have you appreciated?
restaurants, because she's having to cook. And, no, it's weird. The other night we were watching TV, and I said if we weren't under quarantine or anything, what would we be doing? And we both said we'd be watching this TV show. But I think it's just the thought of we're being told we can't go about our daily lives that just seems unsettling or makes things seem worse. We've gone out for drives and stuff, which we would do before. I've been exercising, doing my training. None of that's really changed except swimming aspect of it.
I appreciate just you realize the ability to do what we normally do, which we can't. I mean, to a lot of extent, we can't do. Just go whenever we want to go.
Yeah,
Wherever we want to go.
I appreciate, I guess, the freedom that we just take for granted. What we've been living under, some countries, that's their normal life. Being told what they can and can't do, we just take for granted. We can just go do whatever. Makes you appreciate kind of the life we've been blessed with here in our country.
All right. Next question: what do you look forward to after quarantine?
A bath. We haven't taken any baths on purpose. We want to save water. What do we look forward to? Going out to eat, obviously, because that's the thing we miss most.
Being able to go visit Michael, Megan, without feeling.
Yeah, we got to leave in a couple weeks for Kansas. We've had to put that off. We've got to close out the estate there. That's might even bring some unique challenges when we get there, what we can and can't do. We were supposed to go see Michael at one point. We didn't get to do that. So going to a restaurant, I'm tossing between Red Pepper, Texas Roadhouse. Probably do both in the same day.
I think that's another question.
Well, if we get it, we get it. So that's something I look forward to. Never thought I'd say I look forward to going to the pool and swim. Swimming is not my favorite form of exercise, but I'll go do that. And this is ending as summer's coming in. I love warm weather, so yeah.
All right. Next question: where do you see things going once this quarantine is over?
I'll go with that first. If you have social media, if you don't, you're lucky. I would say there's a lot of things that are just unknown. In any situation, people take advantage of it. So obviously, there's going to be court cases, a lot of that. I think friendships have been ruined. Some have been made. I think there'll be a lot of just probably reflection on this whole thing and what parts of it was worth it, what ones weren't. I think as Christians, we're seeing how quickly something as a simple request for health reasons not to meet has turned in, thankfully not in our area, but in some other states, singling out of the church. Kansas City now requires anyone that attends your church, you have to turn over their name and address and phone number to the government, which, by the way, Grace Life, I would never do. I would just put down Homer Simpson for everyone that attended or something. But there'll be a lot of just thought afterwards. And I'm curious to see, as far as in a church setting, I think our church is grounded good theologically about attending church. So I'm hoping to see a bit of a revival that church is important and essential. If you're going to quote the verse, forsake not the assembly of yourselves during the quarantine time, then we have to practice that afterwards. So it just will be interesting to see. I think people are going to appreciate visiting with friends and family because they haven't been able to. Maybe some of the simpler aspects of life that we've gotten back to. I see people walking, families sitting in their yards playing, parents with their kids. School hasn't happened. Will anyone start homeschooling it? I think it's just going to be interesting, and we really, really don't know. What do you say? She just does what I tell her, so we're good.
I think the summer will be interesting because so much of what we normally do has been canceled already, even months out. It'll be interesting to see if any of that comes back, how quickly, sporting events, all that stuff that, I guess we just all took for granted, and, hopefully it all falls back into place and we can get back to some sense of normalcy.
All right, next question. Anything unique you have learned in relation to Grace Life?
We have strong, opinionated people in our church. Unique about Grace Life. I think some of the things we learned, it really kind of unique. We just went through a huge overhaul technologically in our church. If the TVs, we have Wi-Fi through the building, different things. I started doing some of a little podcast, and did a couple live stream. I wouldn't even call them services. By the way, I really hated those. Yeah, it just wasn't comfortable not being behind the pulpit teaching. But I understand they were a benefit, so we hope to work on those. I think Kyle's going to try and keep his weekly devotional thing going. I think he's going to look at maybe doing a church history once a week. So that'll become different in the future. I think we'll utilize that tool more. But other than that, I think our church has done good at keeping in contact with each other. And
I think even though we haven't actually seen each other face to face, well, the majority, this Sunday we obviously saw quite a few, and we've stopped and seen some, but I still feel connected just through the church chat group. I feel like prayer requests, that stuff is mentioned, and people hop on, and so you don't feel completely disconnected from everybody from church, which I think is pretty amazing. So.
Absent makes the heart grow fonder. Whatever.
All right, last question. Any final thoughts for the church?
Send in your tithes and offerings. Double them, triple them. I shared Sunday. I don't know if it was on the live feed yet at that point or not. The elders, our only concern is that everyone's had to work through this differently. People have different thoughts on it. Just because I might not express my thought the same as you doesn't mean I don't appreciate the liberty question, or when we should meet, when we shouldn't. It's been some good discussions between Tim, Kyle, and I, and our only concern is that somehow a divide in the church happens because of this, which we're serious about not allowing to happen. Or I think the church needs to be concerned about religious liberty, not because it's in our Constitution, but because it's in the Bible, that we should gather. We should assemble. We should do the aspects of worship. But then again, how does that work and when? I think those are some things we'll kind of flush out over time. But just look forward to being together, and may this be utilized in our church to show how much we appreciate the things we take for granted. So,
Bye.
Alright, intro.
hello, Grace Life. It's your pastor and Beth. Good to talk to you.
Nicer intro.
Hello, Grace Life. Well, I don't know. What do I say? Hey, guys. Couldn't put it off any longer. It's time for our quarantine chronicles of Beth and I.
Alright. Next question. What do you miss the most?
Michael. My favorites.
Eating out.
Eating out. We are restaurant people, and we go out, and it's just easy for us. We don't have kids at home, so it's very easy for us to just take off, and in some ways more inexpensive than buying food to cook at home. So probably that's been the biggest difference.
I miss being able to go shopping.
Yeah, Beth's just walk around stores, wasting time staring at stuff. Shopper. Did it just die? Yeah, what time is it? Because I got to work. 4:36. I got a few minutes. So, I got nothing else to say to you. No. That's it, church.
No, goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. See you later.
I
Pasta
already
la
said
vista.
goodbye, but
Adios.
goodbye again.
Sayonara. Iapavsha. That's Albanian.
Yeah, the one Albanian word you know.
See Yenny. Follow Mandara.